Well, welcome back to RegenX is a channel that features precious metal recovery from end-of-life products. Joining us to give us a high-level overview of the investor deck today to discuss, Greg, the CEO, as always. Welcome back, sir.
Hey Kyle, good to see you.
Pleasure to get you back on. So I'm going to hand the reins over to you to kind of just walk us through this.
Okay, sure, Kyle. We've got a relative new presentation which we'll go through here today, and if people want for further detail on it, they can catch it on our website if they wish. Does that work?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, let's start it off. I mean, the key word in the title here is now. Uh, it's that we're not talking about uh, a lab scale item or a pilot plant or pre-commercial. It's happening now. We are commercial, and we're moving forward in that regard. So basically, we are a clean tech company recovering precious metals from diesel catalytic converters, and we are, as I said, commercially ready. Uh, we have a proprietary technology and it's eco-friendly. We have a strong strategic partnership uh, with a company in Tennessee, and this really brings to us a supply chain management expertise to the table. That's the one aspect, obviously, which we are lacking in that business, in the catalytic converter business, and our partnership brings it 25 years of experience to the table, and we're very comfortable with that. He does what he does best, and we do what we do best, and both of us work very well together. It's a growing global market. It's actually on the diesel side is growing very rapidly. It's something which is growing at least 20% per year. And the EV market really it doesn't have a bearing on what we're doing with the on the diesel side, which I'll get to. So it's a growing, robust market. Basically, how we got here, our path from our lab in Vancouver in 2020 to now our commercial plant in Greenville, Tennessee, March 2024. Uh, Module one right now is in commercial production. We've achieved 2,500 pounds per day, and the goal for module one is 5,000 pounds per day, and we will be ramping up to achieve that objective. And so yeah, it's been a three and a half year journey basically for what we've accomplished. It's a very quick journey to go from test tube to commercial production on a new technology, especially as I'll call it complex and complicated as we have, is I think a real feather in our hats. This is our module one in Greenville, Tennessee, and as I said, since March of this year, we've attained our one objective of 2,500 pounds per day. We will continue moving forward in that regard. So module one is by the numbers there. The goal, as I said, 5,000 pounds per day. We achieve a recovery rate of over 90% of our precious metals. And to expand in the future, our build out period is approximately 6 to 9 months for additional modules, whether those be one or two or three. The build out can be multi-dimensional. It doesn't have to be one at a time. We have a proprietary process, and as I said already, it's eco-friendly. The precious metal is basically stripped from a feedstock from a crushed catalytic converter material. Uh, we put it into a chemical solution. Uh, that's where the separation takes place. We suspend the precious metals in solution, and then through various processes, we recover it from solution back into its solid form. And at that particular point in time, we have it's called a high grade con, which then goes to a refiner to upgrade it to 99.9% pure platinum or palladium. Our solution is a sustainable solution. Hence, we're involved in the circular economy. Circular economy is a buzzword these days, which simply means anytime you're able to recycle a material from an end of life product and then bring that new product back into the manufacturing fold to produce a new product is the circular economy, and we fit that bill for automotive companies who are making catalytic converters, and so we can basically uh, give them precious metals from our recycled process, and they can use that if they so choose in the manufacture of new catalytic converters. This is something which large companies are obviously anxious to do. Their shareholders want to see that, and the more they can acknowledge that that is what they're doing, and additionally in a environmentally friendly manner, the more positive it is for them, and that's the message they want to give to their shareholder base. We in our solution we have 95% less CO2 emissions than mining. We use more than we save more than 99% of the water as compared to mining. Uh, we have zero tailings versus traditional mining. And just to give you a comparison here, when a smelter processes 1 ton of material, they emit approximately 1,500 kilograms or 3,000 pounds of emissions into the environment, uh, which is a lot. And when we have a full plant with 4 modules, uh, we will be saving 30,000 pounds of emissions going into the environment on a daily basis. That's every single day, 30,000 pounds of emissions will be saved. So we're more than pleased with that. On a niche market basis, diesel catalytic converters is really a underserved market. There's really very few alternatives. Actually, there's no alternatives besides the smelter. And smelters really would rather not process diesel catalytic converters. They can if they would choose to, but they'd rather not because of the processing difficulties which they have to overcome in that whole process. So our strategy is not to compete with smelters, but to work with them. They have large customers who want diesel catalytic converters processed. The smelters don't particularly want to process it. We can do it for them. It's a win-win. So we see ourselves as working hand in hand with smelters and giving them a viable opportunity to deal further with their customer base. The target market uh, is really one in which it's hard to believe, but only 35% of the catalytic converters are recycled. So only 35% of the PGMs are recovered, and that wasn't 2023. So 65% of the material is going either into a landfill or in the ground, which is a tremendous waste. Uh, approximately 27 million catalytic converters are reach their end of life on an annual basis. So they're ready for the scrapyard, and the average lifespan of a catalytic converter is approximately 10 years. So it's a robust market, as I said before. It's the beyond that, there's actually a growing market opportunity as well for PGMs. Uh, there's increased government regulations in this area on the um, there's more regulations on the amount of emissions that can come about, especially for heavy duty trucks, off-road vehicles. So, and then this is a global thing. China is really big in this right now, and that's creating a lot more opportunity for us because of the need for additional precious metals. Uh, in the U.S., it's considered a critical metal. In Europe as well. So when you're dealing with a metal that's classified as critical, the government always puts in regulations which makes anything you're doing in that country to produce that metal extreme positive. So we'll be in that fold as well. The heavy duty off road and light duty. As you can see by the graph, they're basically growing at an incredible rate. The amount of precious metals that are going into those transportation vehicles. So, as I said, the market is extremely robust. It's a multi-billion dollar a year market, and it's growing rapidly. The constraints in the business is really affecting the supply side. Your two biggest producers are South Africa and Russia. South Africa has got a massive uh, infrastructure problems themselves at the present time, which is really putting a damper, if you like, on further processing or further mining of platinum and palladium. In our in the global situation with Russia right now, that puts their supply into question as well. So we have a growing supply particular issue moving on into the future. Um, in addition, additional new precious metal mining is it's something which you're not going to see come about very readily. It's really capital intensive, and with that, there's about a 10-year start to finish. If you're going to start first of all, you got to find obviously the metal itself in the ground. And then once you do and you want to mine it, there's about a 10-year window to go from that to production. So it's not an easy business, and it's capital intensive, and that just brings in the whole realm of the ability to recycle these precious metals puts a company such as ours in a very fortunate position. The PGM Renewal is the company we formed with our strategic partner, Davis Recycling, and uh, as I said, we are very fortunate to have them as a partner because of the size of the company. They're very prevalent in 13 states around Tennessee. Uh, that covers a majority of the American population. Uh, they have the supply chain management expertise all the way from procurement to quality control to inventory, pricing. So that whole aspect of the business uh, will fall under their umbrella. They take care of that. And as I said, we basically do what we do, and that's makes it a lot less risk for ourselves, a lot less risk for our shareholders, and it makes our path going forward a lot easier. So how the partnership works, first of all, the partnership is in the Tennessee plant. It's 45% Davis and 55% owned by RegenX. Uh, the catalytic converters is sourced by Davis. It comes to their plant in Johnson City, Tennessee. There, the decant it. They then put it into a crusher where basically the honeycomb material, which is coated with the precious metals, is ground into a feedstock. That powdered feedstock is then sent to us, and we put that into our recovery system. And we in our plant in Greenville, we extract the precious metals from the powder, as I said before, we suspend it into a solution. We take it out, it becomes a black powder concentrate, which we then send to a third party refiner to upgrade it to a 99.9% purity. So our milestones, just to keep the viewers sort of in a perspective. Module 1 is operational now at 2,500 pounds per day. Q2 of this year, we're going to scale up Module 1 to 5,000 pounds per day, which will be the objective that we set out to accomplish. Q3 of 2024, supply agreements for feedstock and offtake contracts will be pursued, which is obviously very important for our potential growth as we're moving forward. So we have our objectives lined up for 2024, and we're very comfortable that we're going to be meeting those. Our 5-year plan is basically based upon expansion and growth. We both in the United States and Canada, we will be having plant expansion there. Outside of North America, we plan to do a expansion through a licensing royalty arrangement with very large companies that are in the business already, and they have brick and mortar in multiple countries worldwide. As well, in the 5-year plan is going to be to make a significant dent in the carbon credit marketplace. We see that as a secondary revenue source for us, and we will be putting a lot of energy behind that as we wrap up our business. The team itself, the innovation team is basically enhancing the existing technology. That's the prime objective for what they're going to be doing, as well as investigating opportunities for future growth, both nationally and internationally. The operation team works on efficiencies of operations in a growth. So as we get multiple modules, multiple plants, their whole responsibility is to keep in mind that we can work on the efficiencies of what we're doing, improve those, and basically get better recoveries and better efficiencies on the manufacturing side. So that's who we are. Our highlights, basically, as I said, we're operating at the present time. We're an eco-friendly company. And we feel that the U.S. government regulations on PGMs is going to open the door for expansion for us. And we're going to see a lot of, I think, benefit from the regulatory side as we expand our business. So we are really, as I said, at the forefront. We're excited about moving forward, and we have excellent plans for doing that. We would like to tell your viewers to follow us, because as we go down our growth path here, put us on your radar screens, because once we wrap up production, I think you're going to see a pretty significant uh, appreciation of what we're doing in the marketplace, and that should show a significant appreciation for us as a company. So with that, thank you, and hopefully a lot of our questions will be answered to your viewers. And as I said, if you want more information, feel free to go on our website and get it from there, or else contact the company, and we can be more than happy to answer your questions for you.